Oh, yeah. That was a nice one. It was all those clicks and clunks and... There he is. Good to see you, man. Pleasure. There she is. There she is. What's this? Big cap. Everybody good? Everybody excited? Everybody tucked in? Esteban Ocon, driver of over 100 Grand Prix. Very impressive. But today I would like to talk to you about a specific Grand Prix, Hungary 2021, your first win in Formula One. Now I know a lot of drivers kind of have vague recollections of past races, but can I assume you remember that weekend quite well?
Yes, I do remember the weekend quite well, and
thank God, because this would have been rubbish if you could.
Exactly.
This would have been a bad piece, so thank goodness.
And yeah, we bring the trophy for the memory as well.
Incredible.
Yeah, 1 year since my victory, and yeah, time goes by quite quickly.
Yeah.
I tell you. But yeah, for sure we're working to win some more. But yeah, that is definitely the highlights of my career.
Let's put that memory to the test. Let's go back. So, qualifying.
Yeah.
You got into Q3.
Yeah.
Finished 8th.
Yeah.
Pretty good result.
Yeah.
What are your memories of qualifying that day? Do you have any of qualifying? Is it all about the race?
No, I definitely do have a good memory of qualifying, because it was probably the best qualifying that we had for a while at that time in the year. You know, we came from having an issue with the car that we found. You know, we had clearly a lack of performance in the last couple of races before that, and straight away when we changed that part, you know, things were working like it should, and you know, it just clicked. You know, we went back into Q3. I was also in front of Fernando in that qualifying, and we were 8th and 9th. It was really good. You know, so it was looking good until then, and then the rain came in the race.
Man, just okay, one step at a time, because I really want to live this through you. So it's Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Did you have any kind of premonition before the race? Did you think this could be the day?
No, but you know, from the hotel to the track, the road was flooded. So yeah, I thought, you know, that's going to be, you know, quite fun. It's going to be quite a fun first lap, and from where we start, you know, which is, you know, quite close to the front, or closer to the front than we were in the previous races. You know, there could be a good opportunity, you know, to come. And
but what were your goals though? I mean, pre-race, just before you got in the car, what do you set yourself any goals? Are you thinking, okay, 8th, maybe I can convert that into a 5th, a 6th? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, realistically, you know, we were not thinking of a podium or a win or something like that. You know, we were thinking about scoring good points with the two cars. But yeah, I mean, we knew how crazy the races were in 2021, in 2020 also, and you know, you couldn't know what to expect in Formula One in those times.
Conditions were not good at the beginning. It was a wet race, of course. Yeah. Everyone on inters, and then we had that crazy start. Bottas and Stroll managed to take out all of the cars in front of you except Lewis Hamilton. It must have felt like all your birthdays and Christmases at once. I mean, it's just extraordinary.
Well, you don't wish for that to happen to any of these guys.
Of course not.
But it created quite a nice gap for me, for sure. But yeah, you know what? Before the race, you know, I look at videos, I look at all the starts from the previous years, and I saw that, you know, the guys starting, you know, and going and choosing the inside line, you know, they were not always gaining a lot of places, but it was much safer. And all the stuff that was happening was always on the outside.
Wow. Okay.
So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go safe that race. I'm gonna stay on the inside, you know, even if, you know, we are queuing on the inside, and let's see what we get. And it paid off, because on the outside it was a carnage.
Incredible.
So, yeah. So,
8th to 2nd. At that point, did you think, I could possibly win this? I might win this.
Well, so I was second, at that time.
Yeah.
Lewis was in the front. You know, we were on inters for sure. So red flag, we box, and yeah, I remember. So we are second, fantastic, really good. And then Laurent Rossi, the boss of the team, comes and say, okay, that one's for us, Esteban. I said, what do you mean it's for us? Like, don't tell me that, because that's bad luck, you know? I'm feeling it, don't worry, we are gonna win this one.
For the win, not
No,
we could hold on to second.
We were second, and he's telling me that.
So he's like, you're going to beat Lewis Hamilton, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So I don't know, he probably saw something that, yeah, I was not seeing at the time, but yeah, crazy. At the restart, we were all on inters.
Yeah.
But it was all dry. Like, nobody really looked at anything else apart from the straight line, which was a mistake, you know, but for all the paddock, let's say. And we all left on wet tires, and it was dry. So for me, it was obvious that we had to pit. But it's hard to go into the pits when you are second and when you see Lewis Hamilton, you know, dominating.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
What made you think you knew better than a 7-time world champion in that moment?
I don't know. It was just, I mean, it was dry on the floor. So what can you do? It just makes sense to pit. But
and was that you? Did you go over the radio and say, "Okay, get the mediums ready. I'm coming in"?
Well, we just chatted with the team, and yeah, I thought, you know, it's dry, so we have to do it, and we did so. And Lewis kept going in front, and I was like, oh my God, what did we do? You know, and then I looked behind, and the queue of cars, every single one of them. Yeah, did the same thing. And I've never been in such a position, you know, from, you know, red flag restart, pitting in there. I didn't even know where I was going to come out. It was quite a strange thing, but yeah, very, very fun.
It was bizarre, is the word. A bizarre restart. You know, everyone came in except the race leader, Lewis Hamilton. He started out on the grid on his own. Was there time to think, this gets better and better? Or were you still unclear whether you'd made the right decision or not?
No, that was clear that I did the right decision. When I went out and I did the first corner, it was dry. I was like, okay, that's good.
So did you look across at Hamilton on the grid, think, nutter, what's he doing?
I didn't know he was the only one on the grid.
Okay, all right.
So when the light turned green and I went, well, first I got overtaken by George, who I thought had a better start than me.
No, he cheated.
Yeah, sure, but I didn't complain because I thought you had a good start. Because in my mind, you know, we were starting the race, so we were racing from the pit lane.
Oh my God.
And then I look and I see Lewis crossing, and he's the only one. And I think, okay, I'm third, well, let's go get George, you know. And then George let me go, and then by the end of the lap, I catch Lewis. So I think, okay, he will have to pit, so yeah, that's it. So we are you know, on the lead.
Well, I mean, you took the lead on lap 4, which meant that you had to defend your position for 66 laps. Feels a little far-fetched. I mean, did you think that was even possible?
Well, I thought at the time, you know, there will be a quick car, you know, coming through the field, somebody, you know, that I didn't really know who was left in the race, to be fair, but, you know, I thought Lewis could come back, or Carlos, you know, would be a threat, but yeah, Seb was behind, and you know, we were fighting.
That's a man who knows how to win a Grand Prix.
Exactly, he knows how to win a Grand Prix. He's extremely fast, and you know, he pushes hard. He gave me a hard time the whole race, but I knew that, you know, our car pace were quite similar, so I knew that I would have a fair fight with him. But yeah, at the time I thought, okay, you know, there is probably a podium that we can do. But yeah, I'm gonna give it everything for sure to keep that lead, and you know, to defend from Seb.
In your mind, when you're driving, even on, you know, lap 5, for instance, are you thinking, gotta win, gotta win, gotta win, gotta win, or are you, where is your mind?
No, we were actually, I mean, I was really calm, and my team was also really calm. I mean, when Josh, my engineer, was speaking to me in the radio, he's like, yeah, okay, you know, you are the lead of the Grand Prix, you know, let's go. And yeah, we were just, you know, on top of things, and it just felt like we've managed the things so well, you know, very calm, you know, no extra stress. And you know, I would not have liked to be the guys that changed my tires for the pit stop, you know, while Seb was trying to undercut me the lap before. And no, they were on top of things, you know, we did mega pit stops and good strategy calls at all the times. And yeah, I mean, performing under pressure, I guess, that's the thing.
Meanwhile, the great Fernando Alonso, your teammate, is doing an incredible job holding up Lewis Hamilton late into the race. Were you aware of that at the time?
No, no. I mean, I was seeing it on TV a little bit.
When you,
I was,
I love it when drivers see that. I could see it on the TV.
yeah, because there are some big screens on the side of the track, and I thought they were filming me, and then I look and I see, you know, a very small driver inside the cockpit.
It's
so I'm
that
like, okay,
Spaniard.
so it's the other Alpine car, it's not me. And yeah, weaving and defending and all that, and I'm thinking, okay, so Lewis is trying to come back through the field. And yeah, Fernando did a great job of defending.
Sinking feeling, by the way, were you like, oh God, Lewis, he's going to get around him, he's coming at me, I'm not going to be able to keep him at bay?
No, I didn't think of that at the time. I knew Fernando would try and keep him behind for his own race, of course, but
Yeah.
you know, for ourselves as well. And yeah, it was quite impressive afterwards when I rewatched, you know, the whole scene.
You were like, that's some pretty decent driving.
Yeah.
Well done, teammate.
Well, it was pretty impressive, you know, with how much slower we were at the time compared to the Mercedes. You know, it's a pretty incredible job. But yeah, he still had to go through Carlos. He still had to go through Seb. So theoretically, in free air, he would have get me, but I don't think he would have get me anyway.
So at what point did you think, yep, I'm going to win this race?
The last lap. You never know. You know, I thought everything can happen. You know, you never know if you have a failure at the last lap. We've seen that in the past in Formula One. You never know if you know, there's going to be a safety car, restart, and somebody comes and pit and have fresh tires. You don't know, you know what to expect, and from where the race started and how everything unfolds, you know, it was going to be a crazy one. So, you know, until I was not in the last two corners, I thought, okay, you know, let's keep focused, because if you see yourself winning, that's the best way of losing.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's quite philosophical. I love that. So when you saw the checkered flag, what are the emotions?
No, it's just crazy. I can't really describe it. And you know, when I cross the line, it's all these years of hard work, and you know, all these sacrifices that I made and that my family made my whole life, you know, to get to this moment, really. You know, there are 3 boxes that you need to tick in Formula One. The first one is to get there in Formula One. Second one is to win a race, and the third one is to win a title. And so far, I've done 2.
Tick.
Yeah.
Box here, waiting for you.
There is the last one still to do, and that's what I'm working for. So, you know, it's that crazy journey that I'm living, and yeah, it's just a fantastic moment.
All the best emotions are indescribable, aren't they? You just can't put into words.
No, exactly. There's just so much going on, and when you cross the line, you see, you know, your guys climbing on the fence and be so happy, because it's, you know, the best result of the whole team and the group since the comeback in Formula One. So, yeah, what a moment.
Let's stick with that moment for a moment. You parked in the wrong place,
Yes.
if I remember correctly.
Thanks for reminding.
There were crazy scenes. You know, your team were running down the pits to greet you. Is it just because you'd never considered where P1 parks in Formula One, because
No.
it was a first time for you?
Yeah, no, it was not for that. I think just full emotions. You know, the guys talking to me in the radio. And to be fair, they told me, you know, like, you know, box this lap, park in P1, and I knew where that was, but for some reason, yeah, I mean, I've done 66 laps of defending going through there, so I don't know, I kept going, and I probably mixed from where it was, you know, in qualifying, because in qualifying they stop on the grid, to where you start in Parc Fermé. But yeah, then I was quite scared, because I thought, oh, you know, I did some more meters, so the fuel, how it's gonna be, or you know, you know, you start to freak out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I basically cruised down, put in neutral, and you know, stopped just after. And then I had the worst run of my life with my floppy legs, you know, after 66 laps doing a 2-hour race. Yeah, it doesn't feel right to be running, but yeah, I found the strength.
I spoke to some of your teammates, and you know, there were tears there at the end.
Yeah,
I think your trainer Tom, I remember seeing one of your handlers, James, crying like a big baby, and that must have been nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. Nice. It was yeah, a fantastic moment that we all lived together, really, and you know, all the people that you are mentioning, you know, they work so hard for to leave those, to be able to leave those emotions. And yeah, when it happened, I was very happy to be all together to leave those.
Loved seeing you and your teammate Fernando Alonso having a big hug as well.
Yeah, for sure.
He said something to you. Can you share what he said?
Yes, yeah, he told me, because he had the same story, let's say. He had his first win in Hungary back then, I think it was 2003. And he told me it was so busy that he actually didn't remember much of what happened, after the win. So he said, yeah, just, take your time, just sink it in, enjoy with the team, enjoy with your close one, and don't do like I did, fly here, there, go to the press here, and yeah, we've done that. We celebrated with all the team. The team organized a nice little party celebration after that, and yeah, it was the best way to enter summer break.
That's really cool of him, and he's right. Got to be in the moment, live the moment.
Exactly.
I saw some fantastic pictures of you in your room at the end with the trophy.
Yeah.
When did it start to sink in that you'd won your first race? Did it take a while?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think it took very long time, but yeah, when I came out the circuit and we actually went, to that party, and I just couldn't exit really the club. I thought, okay, that's pretty crazy. I've never lived something like that. It was everyone wanted a picture, wanted some time with me, and yeah, it was fantastic.
Sweet success.
Well, I don't know if I'm just a racing driver trying to get trophies.
What a race, and just it's wonderful to relive it with you. It really is special, great to actually see the trophy sit in here as well. Is this on a shelf in your house, or have Alpine insisted that they get to take it to the factory?
No, so that's the original one.
Okay.
The original one, I'm also insisting that it has to stay, between Enstone and Viry.
Nice.
So sometimes it goes from one place to the other.
It's handsome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It
Yes,
is awesome, and it's a beautiful trophy. And I have the same one, but it's a replica that's been made, and yeah, that's for sure in a great place, covering it in the evening. But no, it's it's a beautiful one.
Yeah, I've just noticed close up. There's little F1 cars on there.
Yeah.
No halo, I noticed though.
No halo. No, they didn't go to that much detail.
Old school, old school. Okay, let's bring it to the here and now. You've had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
Is that your take on it?
I think it's been a good start. Yeah. To the season, I think it hasn't been the perfect one. There are still things that we could have done better, but yeah, to have how many points we have now. We are fourth in the construction championship. We are climbing at the moment with the progress of the car and how it performs. Yeah, I think it's been a solid start of season, and yeah, I see us in a good path at the moment, and everybody's delivering. From the factories, each time we put an update, it's really going in the right direction. So yeah,
Awesome.
It's pretty strong.
Great. And Hungary 2022, might we get your hands on another one of these, or what?
Well, we have to stay realistic. It's raining though.
Yeah, it is going to rain.
On the weekend at some point.
It's Ocon weather.
Well, yeah, we will see about that. But yeah, I mean, for sure that place is special in my heart. Will always be. It's one of my favorite tracks, and yeah, I hope we can have a great success again this year.
Awesome, Esteban. Go well.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. That was brilliant. Really, really, really awesome.